Hey everyone, my name is Chris Chan, and today we are going to be talking about the importance of offering a free guest pass. But first, it always sounds like an infomercial. But first, and there's more! No, but there is more as soon as you like, comment, subscribe. So let's get into it, guys. All right. When you think about your adult daycare center, it's very important that, obviously attracting new people is important, and we've got a lot of different content on marketing. But now that you've attracted somebody, they're a lead, they've already maybe toured, you have talked to the adult child, their family caregiver, whoever it might be that initially reached out, right? So what do you do next? Obviously, you impress them with a tour, you impress them with what you have going on, but probably the number one greatest objection in the entire process is going to be oh, mom's just not ready. And then if mom toured and mom gave an opinion without experiencing, you're gonna get the whole, well, mom, came with me the other day and, she really feels like it's for old people. And that's why it's so important. It's so important that on the tour, right? If you're giving a tour, it's very important that you try to give the tour with primarily just the family, caregiver, okay? So say you have an adult child taking care of their mom or their dad. In an ideal world, you'd like that adult child to come on a tour by herself. So you have that time to talk to her, to get to understand what her mom's needs are, to allow her mom to share with you freely about what she's going through, about the struggles she's having, right? Because you really want to understand where they're coming from. And then the next thing would be is trying to establish a time where they can come in and her mom can come and just enjoy the day on a free guest pass, right? Because it's the importance of this free guest pass. Because what's gonna happen is if mom is involved in the decision-making process, mom is going to say no. Mom always says no. It's just the way it is. And it has nothing to do with you. It's a predetermined mindset that individual's mom or dad or spouse is going to have no matter what. And so you gotta find a way to overcome these objections, okay? Because they're gonna come at you. You're gonna hear all the objections oh, mom, just that's for old people, she thought, or she doesn't see herself doing those silly games, or all of these things. And they're gonna be mom just, she won't come back no matter what I do. And there's all of this stuff that you have to try to figure out, how do we combat that, right? Because the reality is until mom experiences this place, she's not going to want to come. So we have to find a way to overcome that objection. And a lot of times this might be just, hey, let mom know she can come volunteer. She don't even gotta know she's in a place that we're taking care of her. Just, she thinks she's coming to hang out and volunteer, Or tell mom she's got they got this new place down the street that serves a nice little lunch and they got some music, going on. Just something to distract from the idea that it's adult daycare, right? Because we're not trying to tell mom it's an adult daycare center. We're trying to educate the family caregiver, the decision maker, on what it is, because that's why they need it. But when mom comes, it's the club, man. This is the place that she wants to come and hang out and have fun and be with her friends. So, overcoming those objections, have you, as they come and you hear about these objections, as you learn more about these objections, okay, write them down. Are there common ones? Do you hear some that just continue to happen over and over in your area? If so, how do you combat against those? Maybe one of them's oh, it's too expensive. Well, have you looked at home care? Have you looked into assisted living? Because those are a little bit more expensive if you think this is expensive, right? But I'm saying these are all those things that you're going to face them. So having kind of just an idea of what to say and already kind of a predetermined mindset of how you should handle a situation when the objection comes your way is going to be super helpful. But it might start with experiencing the objections, writing them down, sorting them out, and coming up with a game plan to combat those objections. But you got beyond the objections and now it's the free day. And you gotta make sure that mom is gonna have the time of her life. This gotta be the best day of her life, because if it's not, she's not gonna wanna come back, right? If mom comes in there that day and no one does anything special or pays attention to her or tries to learn what her needs are or what she enjoys, if none of that stuff happens, you might lose mom. And if you lose mom on the first day, you ain't gonna get her back. Well, you might, but it's gonna make it harder. So you wanna make sure that you win mom over on that day. or dad or that person's spouse. I'm not trying to, what do you call it? I'm trying to discriminate between mom and dad and spouse and who can come. Anyone's allowed to come. But the reality of it is that it's going to be very important, for you to just make that day the greatest day for that individual. And not that you're not trying to do it for every other day, but you're going to be trying to spend extra attention, spend extra time, focusing on that person's needs, their desires, their wishes, their interests, their likes, their dislikes. Are they happy? Are they having fun? Are they smiling? All of those things are going to be super important, okay? So on that trial day, make it a big deal. Make her a big deal. The one thing you want when that family caregiver or that decision maker comes to pick up their loved one is you want mom or dad or spouse to be like, hey, can you come back later? Like, they're about to play another game and we're having a blast. Like, can you come back later? I'm good. If you have that kind of reaction, boom, you are set. No problemo. Mom is gonna come and have the time of her life. But of course, right? She comes to the trial day, that happens, and now she goes back home. Okay, because again, we're not a 24/7 facility. We haven't established services yet. We just tried to give them an experience. And so now it's very important that you're staying in contact in the follow-up, because anything can happen. You could have the greatest time. This new potential member could be coming in, they experience a free day, then they go home, and then over the weekend they fall, or something happens. And then they go to the hospital and the rehab, and they go through the whole cycle of just, kind of what happens when you have a fall or something happens, right? And so it's important that you continue to follow up. This is why it's important to have a CRM system, but you want to follow up. You want to be consistent. You want to take notes. You want to understand, because the thing is it's going to be so easy for that family caregiver and for their loved one to get into some sort of routine. And like, meaning they've been doing their routine over and over and over for months at a time potentially, and now they just tried your services for the day, but it wasn't part of their new routine yet. It was just a trial. It hadn't become a habit yet. And so it's important that you stay on top of the follow-up, because you want to get that individual and their loved one enrolled into your system. And you do on a daily basis into your activities. Because once you get that buy-in in that way, then they're always gonna be coming back, because they're gonna realize just how amazing it is for their loved one. But they themselves are actually, for the first time, gonna be getting the break that they need and that they deserve. And that was the original reason why they came to you in the first place. And if you can show them and help them, experience that time away and give them those breaks that they so long for, then you will have sold them for life, and they will love coming to you. But it's important that you get through these 3 periods of time, right? Because at the trial day, they're not a member yet. They're not a guest. They're not a participant yet. They're just trying it out. And so you gotta do, so that's why the follow-up's important. But if you don't overcome the objections, then they ain't coming in the first place. So it didn't matter, right? So all 3 of these stages are so incredibly important, and it's important for you to take a self-assessment and ask yourself, hey, am I handling these 3 stages correctly? What should we be doing better? Where can we make improvements? And that's why, joining a system like Activate is so awesome, because we do it all for you. You don't have to think about it. We already got all the answers to the objections. All right, shameless little plug there, so. Anyways, guys, I hope this was helpful, but these are 3 very important stages. They will certainly help you retain and increase your conversion ratio if you focus more heavily in these 3 areas. So hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode. I don't even know how many freaking episodes we got now, or is this even an episode? I know we should do something, man. All I know is we're putting out content left and right over here. Dre's, I'm tired, man, Like, you gotta understand, this is not easy. The brain power to all right, what did we not cover? How can I cover that differently? And if you got any questions that I have not answered, send them my way, because all of that helps me make better content. And I look forward to it. I really do enjoy it. And there's nothing I love seeing more than seeing you guys be able to benefit from some of the stuff that we're sharing. So thank you guys so much. Go to adcpro.com to learn more. We'll see you in the next one. Now let's get back to work. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to learn how to open your own adult daycare center, go to adcpro.com. caregivers.com. If you'd like the latest business tips, click here, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Click here. We'll see you guys next time.